Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club, and we have a special guest in the building, the OG.
This is a special guest because he don't do interviews.
He don't do this usually.
And when we came to Houston, we had to reach out to the OG.
Yes.
Mr. J. Prince.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, my brother?
Good morning, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I'm blessed.
There's a no-fly zone in Houston unless you reach out to J. Prince and make sure you good. And we all right, J. Prince? We good?
Hey, man.
it depends on what happens during this interview.
I'm loving y'all company. Yeah, I'm loving y'all company.
Now, J. Prince, let's talk for a second, right? Charlamagne came to work one day. He was a little shook.
A little shook?
He said, you hit him up.
This is how we gonna start.
I don't even know if he want that out there.
That's cool. I mean, it was a courtesy call.
Now, what happened? What was this courtesy call? Because it had to do with Drake, and I ran into Drake the other night as well. And you have something to do with Drake's whole career, and Charlamagne had something to do with,
With what? I'm going to tell you how it
bad
went down.
mouthing this guy.
Now explain it, Charlamagne.
J. Prince hit me, and J. Prince said, hello. I said, what's up? He said, you know who this is? I said, no. He said, it's J. Prince. He said, you know you messing with my money, right?
I want to hear
no.
J. Prince tell the story.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the right page. It was a courtesy call. And,
Phone check.
Yeah, I mean, when one is on your feet, you extend a courtesy call. Say, you're standing on my feet. Will you please move?
All right.
So it was...
So explain your relationship with Drake, though. Like, what's with you guys? You executive produce his albums.
Yeah. Here's the relationship with Drake. My son, Jazz Prince, discovered Drake, and on the internet, brought Drake to me, and I said, "Man, you like this?" Because the brother was singing. I was like, "You like?" He said, "It's the new movement." Dad.
What song was it? The one with Trey Songz? Or?
I don't remember what. I don't think it was a song that nobody heard.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But my son heard the talent in him, and he was like, I like this. It's a new movement. You told me to tap into something that's buzzing. This boy's buzzing. I said, well, slide me in. And one thing led to another. And here we are today.
Now he did kind of front on y'all the second album, though. The first album said executive produced by J. Prince. Second album didn't say that.
You're absolutely right. And supposedly that slipped through the cracks. But we know cracks not that big.
Right.
So we got that straight on the third album.
Now, there was always a rumor, we're talking to J. Prince, that Drake was going to sign with Young Money, Cash Money. And right before he was had the pen in his hand, and right when he was going to sign the contract, he was on a tour bus, that all of a sudden, the tour bus stopped.
They trying to incriminate you, J. Prince. Don't fall for these kind of
The tour bus stopped.
Don't fall for these kind of traps.
It was pulled over, and J. Prince was outside like, nah, this ain't going to happen without me being involved.
Well, y'all know I was born that night, but not last night. But, it is a beautiful story that took place, and I'm going to write about it in my book.
Oh, you really got a book coming out?
Yeah, I got a book.
I would love to hear memoirs from J. Prince. I would definitely like to read that.
Okay.
That's one thing I think people don't realize about you. Like, they got to understand the story. When you talk about the South, like Rap-A-Lot Records was one of the crown jewel of the South that actually put the South to me where it needed to be. Like, people weren't talking about the South before UGK and the Ghetto Boys and Scarface, things of that nature.
Right.
Even before Atlanta.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We definitely was the foundation, and the movement we had going on back then was discriminated against throughout the East. You know what I mean?
Especially by New Yorkers. Go ahead,
man, I remember them born us, you know what I mean? So, through all of that, after I was able to make the New York DJs that was in the South, after moving them around and getting their attention.
You have to pull over their tour buses?
Yeah. The whole thing.
Courtesy calls.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. And we was able to penetrate and get their attention and give Houston some respect.
How did you even get involved in the music business to start with?
I got involved, my brother. My brother, his name was Sir Rap-A-Lot. Actually, he just got home. He just done like 23 years.
Wow.
Jeez.
And his name was Sir Rap-A-Lot, and it's something I didn't want him in the streets. So I said, man, you rap, and I'll support you with the rap thing, and he went to college, went off to college, and I stuck to the script and made Rap-A-Lot happen.
What about the boxing thing? You was responsible for like Roy Jones, Winky Wright.
Even Floyd Mayweather. I mean, Floyd Mayweather as well.
Yeah, Floyd was my first fighter. You know, I was actually targeting Mike Tyson. Went out there and met with Mike Tyson, and Floyd was in the gym with Mike Tyson, and he knew me, and you know, it's a long story. I'm writing about that too, because me and Mike kind of went to his house that night and struck a verbal deal, and all his numbers was cut off the next day. And I was left with Floyd, and me and Floyd just fell right in place. That worked out. Yeah.
I heard you still got PC of Floyd.
What is it?
I heard you still got PC of Floyd.
He said, what is
piece
it?
of Floyd. You
Oh,
still
piece.
off some of that, the millions.
No. That's over with. But you know, from being able to work with him, I was able to do a lot of magic. So it was a good thing.
Now let's talk about currently your situation. I remember reading something about you and Turk have something going on.
Oh yeah. Turk, the homie is actually on his way to the city. We're gonna do a big party for him. I think the 8th of February. It's one of them things where you want to extend some love to those who deserve it.
Is he an executive working with you, or what's the situation?
Yeah, he's the executive. He earned that position.
You know, Juvenile did the same thing at one point.
Yeah.
When things didn't go right with him for Cash Money, he came to you. Why do people come to you when it seems like it don't go right over in other situations?
Well,
you the cleanup man, kind of.
That's Willie D, the cleanup man. But yeah, he actually had a song called "The Cleanup Man." But you know, I'm one that try to keep things balanced. You know what I mean? And Juvie is a good friend. You know, all of them boys, from Cash Money to all of them. I respect all of them. So it's enough money for everybody.
If you Google Jay Prince, it says Jay Prince is one of the most feared men.
Feared man.
It does. It says that.
I believe it.
They actually have a blog post about it.
Yo,
and
courtesy
everything.
calls and pulling buses over. I mean, I can see how that go down.
I don't know nothing about that bus business. But, I want to be loved. I don't want to be feared.
What about it? Was a very fearful. The industry hated when it was you, Irv Gotti, and Suge Knight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was that relationship like? Because Irv always talks about you and how much he respects you.
Right. Well, you know, that was a situation where the DEA and a lot of people in high places, I feel like, attacked all of us at one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And there was a lot of things took place from every attack.
Right.
I wrote about that as well. We know what happened with their situation, and they got Suge, and of course, they been at me, but if God be for me, the world could be against me, and I'm still standing.
What is this book dropping?
Yeah, I gotta read
What
this
is it?
book.
What is it?
What is
What
the
is
book
the book
called? When
dropping,
is it
man?
dropping?
I'm gonna actually try to wrap it up this year. The name of it is Boss.
Boss.
Yeah, Boss, and Power, Money, and Respect.
Was it
Come on,
a
more
hard
on this.
decision?
At least a year and something.
Is it a hard decision to decide to write a book like that, because it is talking about a lot of, like, did you have to get approval from other people or let them know, listen, just so you know.
Jay Prince don't need approval.
Well,
yeah.
you know,
Jay
maybe
Prince
just
don't got no big
out of
homies.
respect, maybe
He
you
ain't
want to
gotta
hit
call
people up
nobody.
and say, just so you know, you in my book.
Yeah, I hadn't went that far with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's a particular part about my friend Larry Hoover
Mm-hmm.
that I'm gonna reach out and see if that's okay.
Okay.
Now you've been around for a minute, Jay. What is 93.7 The Beat mean to Houston, man?
Oh man, it's a beautiful thing for the city.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When the city has been monopolized by one station for so long, and not showing the proper respect to definitely the locals, I feel. So this brings balance to the city, and balance is a beautiful thing, always.
Well,
You
we
remind me of
appreciate.
Mano. When Mano say discipline, Jay Prince says balance.
And
No, we appreciate
believe
you.
it.
We appreciate
believe it,
you.
right?
We appreciate you welcoming us to the city, though.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for us as well.
Yeah,
Now, you know what, one
appreciate
thing-
y'all coming.
One thing that intrigued me about Jay Prince was, besides all the stuff that we're talking about, is his investments. You know, I heard you own an Angus company where you have cattle and produce meat. Pause.
Shut up, Emmy.
That's what.
Yeah, that's true. I own a 1,000 and some acre ranch,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of black Angus cattle on there, as well as hay. You know, all these years I thought one had to sell weed to make money off of grass.
Right.
And, these guys, you know, come buy all these bales of hay, like, you
That
know,
is so random.
Yeah.
Then they said you got a bunch of dealerships out here. They said you own every car because you said you own all the dealerships.
Well, I don't know about that. You know, I just,
You messing up his taxes right now.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
I'm telling you what
So
I
you make
heard.
a lot of money off agriculture?
well, not a lot of money,
First
but
of all, agriculture is the #1 business in America. I don't know if y'all
I'm
know
just surprised
that.
you knew the word. I'm just saying. Okay.
not a lot of money,
See
but
how the New Yorkers do us suffering this
I
day?
hear
You don't know what the hell going on out there?
it's all good.
Just
It's all
you.
good. But no, the answer to that is no, not a lot of money. But what's important is to make it pay for itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, with things that you love. So that's the goal, making it pay for itself.
Now, are you excited to have Christina Milian as your daughter now?
As my daughter-in-law.
Your daughter-in-law, yeah.
You know,
Oh,
that's
man.
crazy because they say you back at one point. Maybe they got the Jay Prince is mistaken, but I was like,
Watch him out.
Jay Prince
Stop
is
it,
dating Christina Milian.
No,
So I just
no.
assumed it was OG. I ain't think
No, that's definitely not me. But I'm definitely happy for them. You know what I mean? My son is happy with her, and I love him, and you know, it's a beautiful thing.
Now, what gets you back in the music industry, seeing that you do so much outside of music? You know, of course, with Bun B releasing stuff and your hand in it. Like, does it still excite you, and what excites you still about it?
Well, I mean, I never left. You know, I'm so deeply rooted. You know, as far as all my masters and everything,
And you own all your masters.
right, right, publishing master. So I never really left, but you know, I must say my passion for boxing is abnormally stronger. You know, at
Who's
this
your
point.
favorite boxer right now?
My favorite boxer, Andre Ward, is my fighter.
Okay.
You know, he's the #2 fighter in the world, and good person in and outside the ring.
What about MMA? Do you care about that?
I like watching it, but you know, I hadn't gotten any MMA money yet. So.
What's your relationship like with Scarface right now?
Oh, Face is always gonna be my little brother, but you know, he's doing his thing, and wish him the best of luck.
Because there was a point in time where Face was locked up and everybody was like, yo, why Prince don't get Face out?
Yeah, for child support or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's, you know, certain things you can't do nothing about.
I feel like when he went to jail, people didn't even know. Like, he was in jail for a second before people found out about it.
Yeah.
You know, I like talking to Jay Prince, but you interview him, you feel like the feds. You feel like, you know,
Like you just
like
questioning
you
him,
don't
like,
ask
light
too
on.
much. Like, you know.
We don't want to incriminate anything.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna do that. I mean, you know.
Now, also
don't really have
UGK.
much to
I heard
add.
there's a lot of Pimp C verses out there, and I heard that they're gonna release some UGK music. Is that true? You got some?
Yeah,
some
Juicy
UGK
J
stuff?
doing the album with well, he said he's exactly producing the Pimp C solo album.
Yeah, well, that's a beautiful thing.
He ain't talking to you about that yet.
I heard some things in the air. But
Juicy J, we need some balance.
Yeah, that ain't
Jay Prince do like this, there ain't enough balance going on.
It ain't gonna happen.
There ain't no balance.
There ain't no
Juicy J.
balance.
yeah, it's all good. Juicy J and all those guys. Most of all, Pimp C kids is what's important.
Right.
As long as they don't get cheated.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you allowing us in your city.
Hey, man.
We're going to be here a lot, just so you know.
Hey,
Absolutely.
man, let's
If you're
do
okay with
something.
that.
We might need
Let's
some
go
of them
ride some
cars, and we
horses
might-
or
We're
something.
gonna maintain the balance.
We're gonna maintain it, but we need some of them cars just to borrow, and we need to come by the compound. I heard you got a compound that looks amazing.
Yeah, we had to have our own space. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't like you. You know, they discriminate on you out here in this city. So
Right.
Envy
We
father
need-
a cop, man. I wouldn't let him be on my
You know.
compound.
Is that right?
Jay Prince, yeah,
Retired.
He's a retired cop.
Yeah.
Well, even cops is, you know, good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, Emmy's been known as an informant. But
Shut up.
No, for real. That's word on the street, Mr. Prince. I'm just telling you, if there's anybody I wouldn't let on my compound, That guy.
was me.
I'm just letting you know.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then you're not invited.
It's the Breakfast Club. It's Jay Prince. You know what it is. Let's go.
The Breakfast Club.